Greetings. Good day to you. I hope you're doing well. It's a pleasure to see you again. Thank you for stopping by here. I'm back. This has not been an easy journey. Going through each account from the Rape Gang Inquiry Report that was released over a month ago, just over a month ago, by Rupert Lowe, who did a private investigation into that inhuman crime committed against hundreds of thousands of little girls around the United Kingdom. I am committed. I'm tempted to skip some of the stories, but then again, I just feel bad. Like, which of them is not as important? Every single child who was violated, raped, molested, and their families is important to be highlighted. So I'm going on with this story, this account. It is really bad. It is very long. It's one of the longest, just like the first account in the report, Chloe's account. This is way longer. So we're going to have it in several parts. I don't know how many, but I'm just going to carry on and we will have this in several parts. And it is just as bad, heartbreaking as the rest of them. Let's go. Katie grew up in a deeply dysfunctional and unsafe household where violence, sexual abuse, and neglect were commonplace. Social services had been involved with the family since before Katie was born, primarily due to the neglect of her siblings by her parents and the behavior of her older brother, who was physically violent. He, along with Kate's father, sexually abused Kate from a young age, something that was not identified by social services for several years. Of course. When she was around the age of 5, Kate and her two brothers were removed from the care of their biological parents and placed in a foster home. It was determined that they could not return to their parents' custody, and they were adopted by a couple from a town around 50 miles away. Kate and her brothers settled into their new home and family environment, and for the next 7 years, Kate's life was happy and stable, with her adoptive parents providing the love and support that her biological parents had failed to give. Kate's adoptive parents were committed Christians, and the family attended the local church every Sunday. Much of Kate's social life outside of school revolved around church activities, including youth groups and spending time with other families within the church community. At school, she performed exceptionally well and was identified as gifted and talented across a range of subjects. She rarely got into trouble, and despite suffering from low self-esteem, was well regarded by teachers and peers alike. Kate maintained a limited circle of friends and directed most of her energies into studies, which provided her with a sense of achievement, structure, and self-worth. Kate was highly ambitious and optimistic about the future. She held herself to very high standards and aspired to attend university, complete a PhD, and pursue a career in archaeology or paramedicine. She was also driven by a strong sense of family and looked forward to getting married and having children of her own. Around the age of 12, Kate began to receive sex education at school. She found these lessons upsetting as, up to this point, her understanding of what had happened to her during her early childhood was very limited. Social services had failed to identify the abuse at the time, and so it had never been acknowledged, discussed, or explained to her. She entered adolescence confused about what had happened to her and without a clear understanding of healthy boundaries and inappropriate behavior. She lacked the confidence to confide in an adult, and this left her vulnerable. I'm gonna stop there. I'm gonna stop there so that we will see and ruminate on the background of this poor innocent child, violated at 5, but by both her father and older half brother. Of course, purely dysfunctional family, which maybe had been set up as the system demands in today's world. Social services failed yet again to identify clear abuse, clear sexual abuse of a severely minor 5-year-old child. You have children, do all you can to protect them. There is no belief, no culture, no religion, no tradition, no faith, nothing in this world that should be used to justify the sexual abuse or the exposure of sexual activities to children. But today, we live in a lost, sick, perverted, and godless world where those are the things that are being peddled, that people are fighting to expose children to. Come, Lord Jesus. I'll see you again soon, guys.